Tombstone, Arizona is a place that I have wanted to visit since the 90s.
Yes.
Since forever. Tombstone, one of my favorite movies of all time. And we actually watched that movie on the iPad in Tombstone because it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, what an all-star cast. It was fun. Very 90s.
But what was cool about it was that we discovered, and we'll get into some of this a little bit later, a lot of what was in that movie is still there in Tombstone. Before we get into it, Julie, I had a ton of work to do. But Julie decided that she was going to go for a run. We had no idea where she was going. You went out onto Bureau of Land Management property and just went for it.
I did. I felt very brave.
Well, I'm impressed, and I'm so excited to see what you came up with. I haven't seen this yet. Let's take a look. The Julie cam. Let's see how she did.
Off for a trail run today. We're in the Wild Wild West. Welcome to Tombstone. Oh man, I wish Phil was able to come on this hike/run that I'm doing today. I think this may be just an old house or homestead. Maybe it's an old building. You could see the old aqueduct in the background. The views are just spectacular. He's obsessed with history. We're having the best time in Tombstone. I can't wait to learn more about this cute little town. What in the world? I'm just walking back here. It says that I'm allowed to be back here, but I was just walking past and there's this little door over here. And then if we scoop around, you probably can't read it, but it says dynamite. You can't really see it, but look, Phil and Mavis are right there. So I'm not gonna go much further. Safety is always number one on my mind when I'm out here running by myself, especially. I don't know what is back here, I don't know what to find, so I'm just gonna turn around and retrace my steps, and I hope you enjoyed this little taste of Tombstone, behind Tombstone, on the trails.
Well, you are impressive.
Thank you. I wish that you were out there. The scenery was great. You were up in the hills. You could see the whole city. You could see the mountains in the distance. There was weird, mining things that were probably shut down years ago, but it was just a fun experience. A little bit wild out there. There's no people.
You love the nature. I generally love the history a little bit more, but we both enjoy the experience of trail running in funny, strange places, and that certainly seemed strange to me. Now, let's have a look at Tombstone, Arizona. We spent, I think, 4 days there, and on the final afternoon that we were there, it seemed like town cleared out. It was a Monday. We finally had an opportunity to just wander the city kind of by ourselves, which was fantastic. Let's have a look.
So right on this corner is where the shootout at the OK Corral happened, and the story in the October 27, 1881 issue of the Tombstone Epitaph. Yesterday's tragedy, 3 men hurled into eternity in a duration of a moment. The causes that led to the sad affair.
Pretty intense. was that?
It was so fun. I was skeptical, I'll be honest. Phil really wanted to go to Tombstone. I'm like, it's going to be so touristy, and it totally was. So you should go in expecting it to be super touristy, probably overpriced, all of the things. But some of those old bars were still there. There's nothing I love better than sitting in just like an old, early, 100-year-old, all wood. It looks cool. You feel like you're going back in time kind of bar. And I just love going there, having a drink or two, and just sitting and enjoying and people watching.
Well, and it's so fun when everybody there is wearing period
Oh my
accurate
gosh,
outfits.
they looked
The people-
great.
Yeah, the bartenders and the everybody coming around to the tables. It was so fun. And yeah, what more can you say? Big Nose Kate's was a nice surprise.
Yes. The food was delicious.
We just had such a fun time there exploring every nook and cranny that Tombstone had to offer. It's not a big place. You don't need a ton of time there, but the time that we spent there was well worth it. We had a great time. One other place that we went to when we were in Tombstone was just southeast of there. It was an easy drive. It was the town of Bisbee, Arizona.
I'm feeling pretty good this time. I can see the leaves are smiling red and June gold. The wind starts moving in. It's like I'm living in the stories of old. Well, I can hear the poets calling out in the forest. They're wishing me well. Those bards of bygone times are guiding me on one road. I'm traveling on with two friends.
What I really liked about it, it did feel really old school. It was brightly colored. I loved that it was in the mountains. The views were beautiful. There was tons of restaurants, bars. We had a beer. But there was also this really amazing mine nearby.
Oh, yeah.
And what really made us want to go there is not really the historic quality of it, which I guess the mine is, but the pictures of this mine were mind-blowing.
Yeah, so we went to Bisbee for the giant hole in the ground. I got to be honest, I was skeptical, but it was worth it. We had so many people tell us to go to Bisbee because it's such a cute little town. It honestly seems like it's having a bit of a resurgence. New shops, new restaurants, things going in there. So if you're in the neighborhood, why not? Go to Bisbee, Arizona and check it out. We had a lot of fun there. Tombstone was absolutely fantastic.
We're traveling on with two friends. We're going